BeamNG's speedrunning scene isn't just fast, it's full-on hit the gas and hope you stick the landing wild. More than 200 different challenges and 3 campaigns across 15 maps. And like any game with active speedrunning community, everyone trying to find new strategies to push for the top. But not everything can be considered legal in this difficult game. So in this video I will explain every banned strategy and show you how to beat any scenario in mere seconds, or how to get an unfair advantage in the most unique ways possible. But most importantly, how to win any faster time wins bet with your friends. So buckle up, because some of these strats are going to blow your mind. I should clarify what tricks or strategies can be considered forbidden in the community. Generally speaking, it's anything that you must do before start of any scenario. Changes for weather, wind, gravity is a common example of forbidden stuff. But that's all too easy for this list. In this video you will see several exploits and bugs. Some of them will probably get fixed after this video. So if you encountered any bugs in the game, make sure to leave a comment, and those will get fixed, I promise you. Now that you know everything and that like button is pressed, let's get to the actual madness. So let's start strong with something simple, yet very effective strategy at reducing time: weight reduction. Generally the only valid way is to hit something during the run in particular way and physically remove part from the car. Like this great skip that was found by skill. It works due to a missed collision model on the object. The pole has none, while the actual sign has it. It's like BeamNG's own version of cutting corners, except we are cutting car parts to save time in the long run. The other way is possible only in time trials, since you can use pre-built cars. FCV Vivace and Scintilla is current meta, and both are stripped almost of every single part, including a big portion of a fuel. In all honesty, I do believe that runners would have removed engine too, but that reduces speed way too much. But since in scenarios you can't use pre-built cars, players have found a specific trick, which later was banned. Introducing Vehicle Debug UI app. Very useful tool in general game, mainly for fun. Burn car, explode and remove many of useless parts. Yeah, that last one was the reason Haiku tried to use it in speedruns. The only problem was how to actually put UI up on the screen. Since speedrunning rules specifically demand to use competitive scenario conditions, you can't add more UI apps with this rule on. But hey, BeamNG being BeamNG, you can just uncheck it, place the needed UI apps and turn it back on. So how does it work? Launch scenario and remove all hinges. Simple as that. Best weight reduction program, if you ask me. As I stated before, Haiku was one who found and used this strategy for several runs. All of them were rejected after discussion, and the strategy was banned. Depending on how good your driving is and how long the actual race, this one can save a ton. From mere milliseconds to infinity. But no matter how good your driving is, eventually you will hit something and restart the whole run. This is where the second banned strategy comes in and breaks the game. There is a specific option in the settings called Simplified Collision physics. What it does is simple. Removes any contact with an object. Other cars, boxes, signs, fences, almost anything that isn't glued to the map itself can be avoided by this simple trick. On the outside it may look harmless, but by using it you will ignore any traffic that might be presented and ignore any speed loss from hitting it or other objects on the road. Simplified Collision will help you avoid restarts and save a lot of time and speed by removing all mechanics from the game. And this is the reason it is banned. All of the tricks that I have already talked about was pretty easy to perform and understand, but it all will change with pause buff. This trick requires non-stop input of pause during the actual run. You might look at this and say this is stupid, and you'll be correct. This is very much stupid and it works. And this is the reason it was banned. It is tedious and stupid. Imagine clicking pause 3 times a second in 5-minute race. The name of the game would be BeamNG Click and not Drive. But how does it work? Basic idea is the timer is starting a bit later than the pause is lifted. And after some testing, I have determined that it takes around 3.8 frames for in-game clock to notice that pause was removed. What it means is that if you spam pause faster than 3 frames, you will hit finish with nice time of almost 0 seconds. But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? Imagine looking at this from viewer perspective. I'm suffering right now and I'm playing it. So let's move to something even more unfair. Presenting to you Replay Skip. This bad boy requires a Replay UI app. So firstly, you must enable it in regular run and then apply competitive conditions. After this, you'll need to make a replay. Just casually drive through the course. You don't need to rush here, believe me. After you have completed one full run of the chosen challenge, restart run and enable replay. And after this, just pause the game and make replay, just take all the checkpoints and finish. In ideal example, you will finish with like 0 seconds on the clock. But how does it work? Well, it's pretty simple, really. Your car in replay is actually just a regular vehicle, and any vehicle in the game can take checkpoints and finish. Which is why, when you casually moving through a timeline, every single checkpoint will be counted and perfect time will be acquired. Now, let me show you something that was actually patched by the devs, but still presented in one specific spot in the game. No brake exploit. Idea here is simple. Game cannot stop you from moving if you don't have brakes, which means you can start when you wish to. Firstly, it was discovered in a cool way on the drag race about 4 years ago. Since then it was hard patched. I can't really seem to get it to work on any map, except one. Map 6 from Senseless Destruction, the Cannon. This vehicle, if we can call it like this, doesn't have any brakes, which leads to possibility of getting as close to objective as possible before start of the timer. Still, even though I want it to be allowed badly, it is not and will never be. But let's move from patched to recently discovered, presenting last one of the banned techniques. The one that majority of BeamNG speedrunning community was thought to be impossible. Yet 2 weeks ago, while working on my previous video, I have managed to discover it. Teleportation, or more commonly named and known in speedrunning community, wrong warp. This technique can be performed on any scenario that doesn't have checkpoints. And the reason is simple, we can teleport only once at the loading of the scenario. I will be showing it on Taking Treasure scenario, but any with clear finish will work. And here is how it look without any slowdown. So how to perform it? Firstly, you need to find actual goal, and since we can't use map with competitive mode on, let's remove it. Our final destination is really close to the garage quick travel point, and we're gonna use this. Now, let's find it in quick travel menu. During actual bug, we're not gonna have much time to look it up. Next step is simple. Turn on competitive mode and relaunch the scenario. You will get only one shot at each loading. Once you almost loaded, you might see different car than yours. This is your cue. Press map and quickly find the needed quick travel point. You have approximately 0.5 seconds. After this, wait for car to spawn in usual place and click fast travel. This part can be spammed. And that's it. Now your spawn point of this particular scenario is set to be very close to finish. Just start and finish. So that is your toolkit for absolutely crushing your friends. Just remember to actually drive once in a while, alright? And just as a reminder, each of those are banned. Your runs will be rejected if you use them, even if rules doesn't specify certain bug. So get better, push yourself, learn how to drive properly and beat Haiku at his own game. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed all the game-breaking madness, hit like, subscribe and stay tuned for more BeamNG chaos. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's next.